Hey friends, Michelle here from Scrappy Soul Sister, and I am here with you today for a layout using the limited edition My Creative Scrapbook kit from February. Now, that kit is chock full of echoes of time from 49 and Market and Joanne Bain, and I really love all of the pocket watch elements in this kit, so I thought I would use this paper. And we have a sketch this month by Laura Create, and I'm definitely going to be inspired by the circle element, right? And I'll probably do another little element here, whether it'll be here or along the side. I haven't determined yet. So you have the sketch available, and I thought I would use this picture of my great grandma Jean, and this is my grandma June. I just thought this was an adorable picture, and I've had, if you've watched my videos for this kit so far, you know that I have some heritage photos that I've had for years and years and years, and this just seemed like the perfect kit to be inspired to use some heritage photos. And so I thought I would cut out this watch. I mean, the background is gorgeous, but I like to try to make things my own. But even if you didn't want to cut it out and do different things with it, I mean, so easy, right? Just to use a frame, maybe not for this picture, but you could use a couple frames with a layout like this. Is this one bigger? I can't tell. I cannot tell. But you could use a couple frames, and really build up the clusters on the sides, and you would have a gorgeous layout. But I am going in a different direction. So I'm going to cut this out, and I thought this would be a good layout to use my decoupage papers that come in the kit. And so there is 2 of the butterfly and 1 of the hummingbird. So I'm going to use these in some way, somehow. And I am going to use the stencil that comes in the kit. So that is my plan. Thanks for joining me, and let's see what we can come up with. All right, so I'm going to start with cutting out my pocket watch. And look, it's like magic. It's all done. And I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges with Vintage Photo. And after that, and I know I want to use, some of those collage sheets. And so I decide, first of all, I'm going to cut the word out of the top of this hummingbird piece. Now, there's 2 pieces of each of the hummingbird and the butterfly. I think I said there was 1 piece, maybe in my introduction. But I'm going to go ahead and apply that with collage medium. And so I'm going to put that on the paper first and the background paper, and then I'll go ahead and put my word down and then go over the top of it as well. Now, going over the top of it isn't 100% necessary. It really just depends on what you plan to do. If you're going to be adding more layers, etc. And at this point, I don't know what I'm doing after this. And so I go ahead and cover the top as well. So I'm also going to add a couple of butterflies. So here is the first one. I'm going to kind of nestle him in under my uh, look at watch there, kind of where the 2 meet. And I think I add one more, or at least I look at adding one more up in towards that right upper corner as well. So I'm kind of looking at a few different embellishments I'm thinking about. I have that large butterfly on there that goes away, but I am going to use this pocket watch frame, and I just fill it with the black and white stripe that is in the kit, one of the 12 by 12 papers, and I cut out like a little banner piece to put up in the top right. So that paper is represented in a couple different spots. And so here is my picture. I uh, think, oh, yep, there's the black and white uh, butterfly up at the top. I decided I'm going to do some mixed media. My apology, oh, I pulled it up a little bit there. I think it's almost all the way to the top. I'm going to use iced spruce and speckled egg, and I struggle with liking what I'm doing with my mixed media on this layout, and so you'll see that. I'm just giving you a heads up. It's lots of times people think that it's always effortless, and if it's not effortless, you're not doing it right. And I can tell you that is not the case. There are times when we all struggle with what we're trying to express with mixed media, and so this is definitely that layout for me. So I'm using the stencil that comes in the kit, and that's all fine. This is where it kind of takes a turn for me. Is I said I'm going to use this kind of film strip looking stamp. I think it's close to my heart, and I use it with vintage photo. I'm going to spray it so it runs a little bit, and I just don't like the color. I should have chosen a different color or just not done it at all. And so I know I'm going to be covering it for the most part with um, my embellishments and such. And so that's always an option if you do something you don't like. But I do want something to show that I do like, and so I just stenciled in three different places one of the tiles from that stencil, and then I covered it with antique linen embossing glaze from Tim Holtz, and I like that a lot better. And so you can ignore that the vintage photo stamping there. You're not going to be able to see very much of that. You'll be able to see a little bit of the speckled egg and ice sage stenciling, but I think I decide I am just going to call it a day. It's the mixed media gods aren't with me on this layout, and so I am just going to proceed. So I'm going to use that doily up on top, and you can see I'm using my four magnets as well as my small distress ink trays. Those are magnetic as well to hold down and flatten my layout a little bit. So I am going to add some florals underneath this doily, and I'm going to have my little banner that I created, and I'm going to work on building up this corner embellishment cluster. So I am going to just add a few more single florals, I believe. I've tied up this little tag. It says Dream Big. I'm going to use that. I'm going to add a little ticket there and then figure out where I want my dimensional flowers and which colors I'm going to be using. And I go with that purple and then the small ivory buds that I pulled off of one of the little clusters. And ah, I believe I'm going to add something up on top as well. What is that? I think I play a little bit here and there, a couple more little flowers, and it's a mystery. Oh, so I think I'm adhering my flowers there, and there is that flower or that butterfly from the decoupage papers. So I just cut it out and am going to just use it as paper rather than as a collage piece. And so I'm going to add some, give his little wings some height. And yeah, I think I'm getting somewhat close to finishing that little cluster up there. Picture. And so I don't do a ton of matting with it, just because of what is already going on. I think it's a pretty obvious focal point. I don't think it needs a lot of matting, but I am going to use one of the file cards behind it there, though the one that I'm using is going to change. And then I'm also going to add the frame just to the top of it. And I think uh, I really like how that looks. So I'm taking a look to see what other embellishments I want to bring in. I know I wanted to do some florals just to build uh, the florals that were already happening up there at the top right corner of my photo. And then I'm going to slip my pocket watch in here as well with the stripes. And I think this is all pretty much how it is going to work out. I think I do stick with that file card where the tab is towards the bottom. And I'm just going to layer in some photos at this point, as well as my title. Now I'm going to back my title on another strip from the kit, and then I'm going to tie it off. I believe I use a purple waxed floss for all of my tags on this layout. I'm just going to have my photo or my title underneath my photo there. And now I just need to decide what I want to do on that left side. Though looking at it now, it's really cute with uh, the stripes and such. So hopefully I don't cover that too much. But there's so many cute pieces in this kit. It's hard not to keep going. And so I use that longer uh, pick that you saw a few minutes ago going up the side of the photo. And I'm going to use that ticket and a couple florals around this little tag of the frog. And now I just need to figure out where I want uh, my 3D flowers or my dimensional flowers to go. I don't think I'm going to do much to my flowers on this layout. I'm just going to leave them be. And just because there's just so much to look at, right? It's really cute. I really love this layout, but I just felt like it was good to go with the raw flowers. I am going to tuck this butterfly in, I think, so that it is uh, flying towards the photo there. Might add another butterfly or two, but I think I'm getting close to the end. So I believe I'm going to add some little, I can't remember if I use rhinestones or pearls on this layout for my butterflies. I do add that little butterfly into that yellow flower. And now I'm just going through and adding, the itsy bitsy pieces. So the little gears and nail heads and maybe a little clock or two from the embellishments. And so So yeah, I think this is my layout. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Here are the rhinestones that I'm going to use, but other than that, this layout is about complete. So thank you for watching. Hit subscribe. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. Check out my creative scrapbook. Links will be in the description. And here are some close-ups. Thank you, everyone.